10 years ago, if not more, I auditioned for Paul.
Did you?
Yeah, to play at the Grey Lady when I just started writing songs.
Yeah.
Literally went and sat with my guitar and I was shaking. I remember sitting in the car outside and I was a mess. I was an absolute mess.
Although us musicians have really missed playing, people have missed listening to music.
Oh, so much.
It's something that really hit home to me a little while back. I didn't realise that.
Hello, this is Nicole and Giles, Paley Phillips.
Hello,
and welcome to part 2 of the Big Chat Lakeland Live Takeover. We're having a good day so far, aren't we?
We are. The sun's not come out yet, but it's been some great music.
We've had some nice food.
Yeah, we did. I had some pakoras.
You had a little bit more pakoras than me,
Yeah.
but it was great. Bit of mild chutney.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But we're not here for the pakoras, although the pakoras
I'll happily talk
fabulous.
about the pakoras for quite a long time.
We could talk about the pakoras for a long time, but no, we're here to talk about the acts. And while we were getting our pakoras, there was an amazing lady performing on stage, followed on from me having a little chat. But I'd like to welcome you to Anna Howie.
Hello.
And her band, of course. Hello.
Yeah, would you like to
All
introduce
here.
all yourselves to us?
Yeah, please.
I'm Anna.
I'm Andy.
I'm Roger.
I'm Harry.
And how long have you guys been as a band? How long have you been playing together?
So we've, this lineup, not long.
Right,
Right.
okay.
This
is a new kid.
Harry's a new bass player, and we've done 2 or 3 gigs together, all together. Rog quite a while, and Andy forever.
And Howie on the end, is this a coincidence?
No,
or is
Harry on the end.
Harry. I was going to say, how did you make that work?
Yeah, no, that would have been good, right? That would have been good.
Are in descending order of tenure here.
I thought you were going to say age. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Hello, there's a lady in the room. Come on.
Authority. Let's go with the descending order of authority. Oh, no, maybe
I'm
not.
not doing that. No.
How was your set?
It was lovely.
You were great.
I really enjoyed it. It was lovely looking out across those faces, real people. You know, it's been a while, hasn't it, since we've had been able to get our hands on real people. So that's really lovely. We've played here. We played here for three. This is our 3rd time, and the first time the heavens absolutely opened, and it was just a mud bath, and there were 2 people just rolling around in it. And then the last time it was so hot that everyone just went up onto the hill to try and get some shade. So there was no one in front of us at all, and we had to keep doing it up to that way. But it was just right today. So lovely.
Yeah, it's a good turnout today.
Very good turnout. I think, going back to what you were just saying about, obviously we've been through the pandemic. It feels like people are ripe and ready and very enthusiastic. Ripe for picking, but very enthusiastic and have missed these kind of shows.
And outside
of
as
course,
well, which of course just makes it a bit easier. When I know that we're doing some gigs inside, and you can tell that people are still a bit reluctant to come to those. But the outside ones, fantastic. Just great.
So do you gig prolifically? Are you a heavy gigging band?
Well, it doesn't feel like we are, but that's pandemic-wise.
Yeah.
We were before, we did a lot, especially this time of year is kind of the busiest time. So, between us, we do a lot. Harry is on with 3 different bands today.
Oh, wow.
So he has his own band.
You might as well just stay on stage, not just...
Just stay there, yeah.
And Rog plays with different bands and Andy does. So they're all kind of, a bit mix and match.
I was going to say, do you ever you're starting a song and think, oh shit, that's not the right one?
Every time.
Yeah.
It's a song.
So have you all done Lakeland Live together? This is you mentioned 3rd time.
This is my 3rd, your 3rd.
My 2nd.
Roger's 2nd.
Be like my
5th or 6th?
Yeah, but you're in loads of
Not with
bands,
us.
so that's
Yeah.
But you've played here
multiple
15 times because you.
Yeah, I have. I'm actually 45. But, I've had an easy life. Just Lakeland Live keeps me young.
Paul will love that. Paul Duncan, heard it here. So how do you know Paul? How did you first come across Paul Duncan?
So I, probably about 10 years ago, if not more, I auditioned for Paul.
Did you?
To play at the Grey Lady when I just started writing songs.
Yeah.
And I literally went and sat with my guitar and I was shaking. I remember sitting in the car outside. It was the first, I gigged lots with doing other people's songs, but I'd never done my own before. And so it felt like a huge deal, you know. And then I was sitting in the car outside the Grey Lady, and I was a mess. I was an absolute mess. And I remember going in and thinking, oh, there's no way he's going to say, oh, yeah, come and play. And he was just friendly and lovely, and he said, oh, yeah, come play. And he's basically been giving me gigs ever since, which is amazing. And sometimes I can give him a gig because I put live music on as well.
Brilliant.
So sometimes him and his orchestra come and play for me, yeah, which is great.
And I love you. So you write your songs, clearly.
Yeah.
I liked your song about the... Let me make sure I get this right. We were talking about this as we sat and had our pakora. The boyfriend getting the wrong idea maybe and then going home and writing a song. There was one
that was, the peas one. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you know, who knows where songs come from? They just arrive.
But
sometimes.
That's brilliant. Did you literally like that? You just were like, went home, experienced.
Yeah, write it down. Yeah, and that peas was a really quick one. Sometimes they're torturous, you know, and you're nodding. Do you write stuff yourself?
Yeah, I'm in a band.
All right, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be years and then you throw it away, you know, it's kind of, they can be really hard work. But peas just fell out like in a few hours, and I've been playing it ever since, yeah.
And Auntie, I mean the aunt
Sylvie.
I want to meet Auntie Sylvie.
She's got cash.
She's got cash, man. Auntie Sylvie's got cash.
Yeah.
Seriously,
All bands need cash.
Honestly, I was like, I like that.
Right?
No, but that's such a cool. I mean, but I loved it. I love your
you.
voice,
Thank
amazing.
you.
I love the band, but also it was just, it just was really energizing and fun
you.
to listen to, but real.
Yeah, fun
Which
to do.
is cool.
I mean, Sylvie was real. She was a real.
I should hope so too.
Yeah, I'm not sure she was a money lender. I might have made that bit up, but she was quite
A lender
strong.
of love.
Yeah, she definitely lent love. Yep, and money occasionally. Not to me ever. Not to me.
So going back, how did you said you used to do kind of covers and stuff?
Yeah,
not
so
your own stuff. So what? Yeah. So what's your sort of musical journey? Where did you sort of start?
So I
performing?
started. So for years, I've been working in function bands basically, and doing the rounds and big parties and festival galas and stuff like that. And I've done backing vocals for a few people. I did backing vocals for Brian May for a while, and yeah, that was kind of that bit of the journey. And then I went and saw a woman playing a guitar once in a bar, and she was singing her own songs, and I just suddenly thought, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And so I've been trying to do that ever since. Yeah, so
Now you got us.
yeah, now I've got you guys. We're rocking. Yeah. So it started off doing other people's, and now we sometimes do covers, don't we?
We do.
Sometimes throw in the odd cover just because when you're doing like a longer set, sometimes people's ears need a rest from new stuff. You know, they need to hear something they recognise. So we do put covers in. But yeah, mostly it's my own thing now.
It's horrible when they say how much they like them, isn't it?
I know, it's horrible. Or you do a cover. I made this mistake once and never again. You don't announce that it's a cover.
Yeah, exactly.
And then someone comes up to you after and says, "Oh, that was my best song. That was my favourite one."
That We Will Rock You song, that was
that
amazing.
one you did was really good. And you're like, oh. Sad times.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What's your musical journeys?
Yeah.
You know, when did you start sort of playing and performing?
I started playing when I was about 5.
Okay, so you've been going a while.
You're young.
Not that long ago. Oh, I love Anna. She's great. Yeah, and I, I went and did my degree in music and all of that stuff. But I've always just loved playing this stuff, not all that. Sorry, not all that. Hey, not all of that sort of fancy bits and pieces. So so I've just always played in bands, and then I started teaching guitar for a while, and that's how me and Anna met through doing that. And we've just carried. She's been great. I mean, I've learned so much.
So much on how to play the guitar.
I've just played loads of bands, always have, and just love doing it. So that's my journey. Yeah. Go on.
Man, all right.
He can't
Okay,
wait.
so-
Look at his face. He's like, let
I've been
me at
itching
it.
to talk.
Let me at it.
By the
He's
way,
got his
Paul
drumsticks.
has
He's got his
drumsticks. Look, check it out.
Who's got
Ba-bum
cash,
bum.
Paul's got drumsticks.
Paul's got drumsticks because he's the dude, right? Now, I started when I was about 13, I think. So I was older than you, you youngster, and I saw drums, and that was it. That's what I wanted to do. So I got some lessons and went through all sorts of things, and then started playing in bands, and here I am. Yeah.
Here you are.
So yeah, drums. Harry,
Me? Oh, I was probably back in the 70s when I first heard the Eagles. Really, that just sold me, and then
Back in the noughties.
no, I've been playing since I was younger. My mum's a piano teacher, so yeah, just played the piano, and I play the trombone as well. That's my main instrument. So
and the piano.
and on the piano, yeah.
So you're not multi-instrumentalist then?
No.
Harry's one of those people who can just pick up an instrument
Yeah.
and make it sound good, you know. So we don't.
Jack of all
feature
trades,
most
master of
the
fun. It's my favourite song lyric ever.
So, and how
That's
many
me.
are you playing? So you play with Anna today, but
Yeah.
are you playing with other bands today?
Yeah,
as
I'm
well?
playing with my best mate Rob, who's really good, blues
You've got to
singer.
say that. My best mate Rob, who's really good.
He's really good. He is very good.
Of course he's good.
But he is actually
Yeah.
good. But I'm playing piano with him, and I'm playing directly after with my band, and then I'm playing piano, keys with the Breretons at 8:10. I think they're headline support, which sounds fancy. Yeah, just that.
I mean, you're an eclectic mix. I mean that's lovely. How did you all? But how did you all meet? How did you all how did this kind of you said you've been doing this for a bit.
met. Andy and
Obviously
I met
with
because we
guitar.
guitar lessons.
You taught him, yeah.
I taught him.
Yeah.
and then Rog. I remember watching Rog play with another band at a festival and thinking, because I didn't have a drummer then, it was kind of just Andy and I, we were doing stuff. And then I was watching Rog and I was just mesmerised by the way he played. And I remember thinking, if I ever need a drummer, I'm going to find that man. And then as I was walking to the car, he ran up and he said, if you ever need a drummer, I'm up for it. And it was happy days.
I love that.
Yeah. So, and that was that.
Yeah,
So we
done.
were in. And Harry, I first saw Harry play at the Grey Lady when you must have been
25, 26. Back in my younger days.
you must have been, I don't
Glorious.
know. I feel like it was one of your first gigs, so you were probably 14 or something.
The Grey Lady,
Yeah, the Grey Lady.
15 maybe.
And I remember thinking, because you played, you went from keys to trombone, and I just remember thinking, well, he's quite good.
So you're like
He
a
knows what he's
manifester,
doing.
Anna,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
You're
basically.
Yeah.
If I wish
I'd
it,
like this to happen.
it happens. Yeah. So, and then we've sort of seen. I mean, we've seen Harry play lots of times. He's seen us play lots of times. Lots of times at the Grey Lady, where Paul organises.
Yeah.
So that's like a hive of people getting together. Musicians hooking up. Definitely.
That's a great way to get together with people. Just kind of pull it in.
Well, it does happen like that, I think,
Yeah.
with bands. You do sort of
Yeah.
meet these like-minded people, and then
Yeah.
you sort of, you get in a room and something happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It has to click, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's almost like
That's the word.
it's
Yeah.
almost like a little family, and if you don't get
Yeah.
on, well, you can't make
Yeah.
music, can you? It
No.
just doesn't.
No,
doesn't
you're wrong.
No.
That's wrong.
What?
You idiot.
Not yet.
Sorry.
So yeah, what's I mean, how often do you guys get together and literally,
Well,
do your thing?
it's not been much recently, but it's going to be more from now.
Depends on the gigs.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of tend to get a run, and then you're see each other all the time, and then it goes quiet, and then you're kind of have a rest, and then you see each other all the time again. So yeah, hopefully now gigs are back on the map, and we'll get to do a lot more.
And how was it going through? Obviously lockdown. How did that affect you? Because it affected everyone in the industry.
Yeah, it was really hard. You just like every industry and everything, you just had to adapt really. So you just had to find a way. It was a really good time to write, so I kind of wrote my album in that time. But also we did streaming, didn't we? We did live streaming. Harry did streaming. I did streaming from the front room. And that was weird. Weird to start with, to the point where you think, oh, I can't, because there's no response other than things flashing up on the screen, and you're used to being able to see the whites of people's eyes, so that was really weird to start with. And then all of a sudden you start getting just nice things happen. All of a sudden it goes, you get a message from someone in Africa who's seen it on Facebook, and little things like that. But also because Harry and I did separate but regular slots, I used to really look forward to Harry's. It'd be right, Wednesday at 6:00, because we had no structure really, did we? We were just swimming around with days in front of us. Even if you were working, that's all you had. So I would like know when Harry's stream was coming up, and it would just be like a really lovely down tools, have a look. And I know that quite a lot of people felt like that about mine as well on a Friday. So so my live stream was called the Friday Night Club. I called it that, 6:30, the time you'd usually be in the pub, you know, having a drink and sort of like saying goodbye to the week. I thought I'd do it then. And it just, people just really got into it, and it kind of, this little community appeared on 6:30 every Friday, and it sort of, people made friends in the comments, and it was just like a really lovely thing.
Yeah.
So my album's called Friday Night Club after that thing that happened. So cool. Yeah. So it was good.
And if you, I mean, that's a big thing to take away from it. But
yeah.
What other things have you taken away from that experience? Being, you know, like you say, it was people coming together, but it being a bit different. How's that changing where you're going to go forwards? Do you think it will change? Or you're just like, I'm so over that. Just get back on the stage.
Well, it's funny, isn't it?
Just hang
you
out
kind
again.
of think, well, if I write a song that's lockdown related, are people so over it now, you know, that they don't want to hear stuff? But actually, I think what it did was, what the streams did was make you really aware of what was going on outside your little circle, because there'd be people, I mean, I was in a manic house with 6 people in, but that you know that there were people on the stream who rocked up every Friday who hadn't seen a soul all week. So it kind of made you aware of what was going on for other people around and about. So that was really interesting, and that made it quite a nice place to write from, because you kind of felt like you were getting different people's experience in, you know. So yeah, it was obviously no one would have chosen it, but when you look back on it, you think, well, there's some good stuff came for me, as a writer. Some good stuff came from that time. So
I like the fact that it's named that. That's cool. You wrote a fair bit, didn't you? Dan, did you write?
No, not really.
Okay. Not really.
That ended that conversation. I was going to say, writing-wise, though, who are your biggest influences? I mean, who are the sort of bands and artists that kind of turned you onto music in the first place?
I mean, I'm a huge Dolly Parton fan, and will be till I die. But I love writers. I love a lot of the real country greats like John Prine. I can't think of anyone else. Bonnie Raitt. I love Bonnie Raitt.
Oh, Bonnie Raitt's my favourite.
Yeah.
I didn't know you liked Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, I love Bonnie Raitt. Bit of Bruce. I love Bruce Springsteen. So
Dolly
all
Parton
those people.
literally came up this morning. A friend of mine just flew back to the States and interviewed Dolly Parton. And I said, "Josh, she just interviewed Dolly Parton."
Oh my God,
she's amazing.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And resilient, and just like keeps.
And
She's
just
positive.
been
just so positive,
Yeah.
you know, and it feels like she's been through every transformation. And, you know, there was a time when I remember people in my family thinking that she was some kind of sort of joke figure, you know, like years back. And you just look at her now and she's a total icon, and you think you've just
Timeless.
rocked through. Yeah, absolutely.
Timeless.
Yeah, she's just rocked through the whole thing, and her, you know, the songs that she writes, I just think are magic. So what about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Number one's the Beatles, always has
Yes.
been. Just absolutely love the Beatles. And then stuff like, I don't know, Steely Dan and, you know, sort of more jazzy stuff like that. I love all that rock stuff as well, you know. Something where you can get your guitar and put a face.
Yeah.
That's what you want, isn't it?
What happens?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you play.
We'll watch out for that face.
Yeah.
I think you go through changes, don't you? When as you grow up, you start to appreciate more things, and you get an eclectic taste of all. I think it's very dangerous to stay down one thing. And I think the great thing about especially country is that it crosses over so many things now.
Yeah.
Does,
That
yeah.
I
really,
love country.
there's like country funk, and there's so many things now. So I think it's quite my funkery, yeah.
Right.
But it's good because it means you can bring something else to the mix of the music and stuff. So, Harry,
Me? Also, I got distracted. This is like one of my favourite local song. I really like New Orleans music is probably my biggest. It's like Dr. John and Professor Longhair, and Shania Twain as well. It's like celebrity crush. Yeah, no, I do like a celebrity crush. Everyone's celebrity crush is Shania Twain, right?
Is it?
And Nora Jones.
I hadn't thought
like,
about it, to be honest. I haven't thought about Shania Twain for some
pretty
years.
much New Orleans music and like
Thank you. Right answer.
soft female singers. Yeah, pretty much that.
So quite a different variety there, but all comes together really well. What's your favourite song to sing that you've written?
Oh, do you know, that's another thing that changes all the time.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying all of them actually at the minute. I'm just trying to think of what's my favourite. The Angels Among Us, which is my single that's coming out in a few months. I'm really enjoying that at the minute because that feels quite current. You know, it's all about great people who rocked up in lockdown and did amazing stuff, and so I'm really enjoying that because you can see that people, you know, they've all got their own story about someone amazing who's done something brilliant over the last 18 months. And so I'm enjoying that one at the minute. But I like the big numbers as well. I like the big rocky ones, especially on a big stage like that, because it's just great just to rock out a bit.
I just want to meet Auntie Sylvie. She's just like, I'm all over that one. I'm all over that. I loved it. But so if more writing, more songs, more albums, more...
So my album comes out in February, and so this next bit up until then is kind of about just giving that a shove in the right direction, hopefully. And then I guess we'll start all over again and do another one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely keep rocking on.
More gigs.
Yeah.
More gigs.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We'd
So
love that.
what is that? That's it's to promote the album and get out there and showcase those new songs and stuff.
Yeah, to do all of that. So yeah, and the kind of road, the sort of PR road to get something out is quite long, you know, and boring.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of just sort of crack on with it and just hope that people are going to listen to it and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be heard. We're actually at the Forum, aren't we? At the end of September, we're playing the Forum, Tunbridge Wells. I can't remember the date of that, but yeah, that's probably our next big one. Yeah, so
if people want to find out more about you.
Yeah, AnnaHowieMusic.co.uk, but I'm all over Instagram and Twitter and all the places you need to be. In fact, I think I follow you on Twitter.
Oh, do you?
I think I do.
Everyone follows Giles
yeah,
on Twitter.
I think I do.
Okay.
You looked
whole
familiar
world.
as soon as I came in, and I thought, yeah.
Giles Paley Phillips in the room.
Oh, infamy at that.
Yeah, you're great on Twitter.
Thank you.
Just Twitter.
Yeah.
I
not
don't
in
follow
real
you
life.
anywhere else.
Terrible.
Hasn't done much else. But Twitter, you're great. He's lots of positivity there.
Positivity,
Yeah.
always. Brilliant.
You
yeah.
helped a
Thank
lot
you.
of
Thank you
people.
for the positivity.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying it.
He's written a few books as well, if you ever feel like checking them out. And
Yeah,
he's
I'll
in
go
a
check
band
those out
and,
as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
He'll blush now.
Yeah, thanks. It's not about me, but no, that's great. So people can find you on all the social medias and
all the social
and your stuff's
medias.
on. You can
On
download
YouTube
and stream on
Spotify and everywhere. All Anna Howie. So yeah.
And what do you love best about Lakeland Live? Obviously, you've had the mud, you've had the sun.
Had it all.
Now you've had the
Yeah.
mix. What do you love the most?
I mean, it's so great, you know, obviously getting a chance to play. I know what a wealth of musicians Paul's got to kind of find a slot for, so I'm always willing the phone, you know, to go and even to say, do you want to go on the big stage? And I'm like, yeah. So I love that. I love just looking out. I mean, today, just looking out, you know, so many faces I recognise, even if I've not seen them for 18 months, you know, just from different sort of just bits of life, really, the High Street and Costa and, you know, all of those sorts of things. So that's really lovely too. It does feel like a coming together, doesn't it?
Yes, it really does
Yeah,
today.
it does. It's really fun.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And being able to hug.
Yeah,
Are
being
we
able
allowed
to hug.
I straight away, I'm like, hug. You're a hugger? I'm a hugger. We're hugging.
I think we should have little badges on
I
it,
am a hugger.
whether you're a hugger or
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I hug. Yeah.
How about you guys?
I'm socially distancing.
Yeah, yes. You won't let me hug him.
Don't hug me.
Yes. Don't get too close.
Yeah.
How about you guys, Lakeland Live? What have you enjoyed the most about it? And, you know.
I think it's just the reaction of a crowd in front of you. I mean, it's just
That
fantastic.
energy.
I mean, you know, it's a brilliant thing that Paul's done to put this on, and it's a huge amount of organisation. But you know, when you really get down to it, it's like that moment when you're up on the stage and you're playing, and there's a crowd out there listening and enjoying what you're doing, and it's kind of that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I think it shows that although us musicians have really missed playing, people have missed listening to music.
Oh, so much.
It's something that really hit home to me a little while back. I didn't realise that. I'm so busy going through my own things with it. You forget that the people on the other end miss coming out to things like this. This is what they love. They love music. It does things to them. And so I think it's just brilliant to see them coming out and enjoying themselves again. So I love
It's
it.
just a dark horse, this one, isn't it?
It is a
It's like jester on the outside, deep and insightful
Yeah.
on the inside. Damn. Go back to the drumsticks.
I just like seeing my friends, like, because everyone's here. I've been doing a lot of gigs in like really weird places recently, and this is like down the road, and like all my favorite people are here, so it's like, oh, it's just fun. And then you see people you recognise in the audience, and it's like, oh no, it's like the good vibes. Yeah, it's just nice.
Yeah.
And I like playing music as well, but like that's a bonus.
That is a bonus.
Yeah, well, it
all of
is
us.
a bonus,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean,
there's nothing more to say, I don't think.
there's
after that.
nothing more to say. You guys are lovely. I could just sort of sit here and talk for a long time, or just listen to you guys talk. Are you going to go and enjoy the festival now?
Yeah, absolutely.
at 5:10.
Yeah, I'm going
We're
to go
gonna-
and shout for Harry
Yeah.
in all his different costumes. You have got different costumes.
Have you got
right,
different
for
costumes?
each,
No, I'm just naked for all
Oh,
the
are
rest
you?
of the
Costume. It's an unusual costume.
Dangerous festival after 5 o'clock.
Does it?
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
does.
I let go of the dress change today. I normally have a different. No, I'm not doing that today. Just wear as you are. But yeah. So what time are you on later?
5:10.
5:10.
Okay,
We will
5:10,
be
yeah.
listening
Right.
and waving and filming. So yeah, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thank you so
So
much.
cool
So
to meet Anna
lovely.
Howie, and what a fabulous bunch
Yeah.
you guys are. So
Thank you. It's been
really lovely to meet you all.
Thank you.
Best
Thank
of
you.
luck. Yeah,
Thanks.
keep in touch. Keep following him on Twitter.
You can follow me back if you want.
I will. I'm going to do it now.